All right. So, hey, what's up, YouTube? We're with my current mentee, Ethan, right now. He's absolutely crushing right now. We're going to be doing a student interview. We're going to be asking him a couple questions about his Amazon journey. He's done over 10K in his second month selling on Amazon. He's absolutely killing it right now. He's working on scaling right now. Super excited. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Ethan, you want to just introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm 22. I live in Georgia in the South. I'm a student, full-time student, and I'm an athlete. Um, been with Farage in communication for 3 months, 4 months at this point,
Yeah,
maybe almost 5 months.
yeah.
And it's been a great experience so far, honestly.
Yes, sir. So the first question we're gonna get is, what made you decide to start selling on Amazon, and how do you get started? Because there's so many business models out there, especially now, trading, drop shipping, freelance brand scaling, all those business models. What made you, kind of choose Amazon FBA?
I think when you hear Amazon, like you get a sense of familiarity, right? So
Hmm.
when when I hear about Amazon, I hear legitimate, I hear valid, right? Because I know that this is a business that it has been proven itself over, 2 decades, and it's an unbelievable corporation. So I thought, why waste my time with doing these other like niche things when I could try to, attack something that like really is a big corporation and join with them, you know?
Hmm. You seen like you knew that everyone was selling on Amazon, like Amazon, right? 70% of the actual all sales that are done on Amazon are made by third party sellers like me, you, and those other peoples. And you've kind of seen that as an opportunity, right? So second thing I kind of want to ask you is, what was your kind of most success? When did you have kind of like the proof of concept of like, okay, was it your first sale? Was it your first 10K a month? What was it? Well, like it's real. Like I
Yeah.
could actually scale this.
I think for me, when when a couple of different times. So the
Mm,
first time I would say was when I had like within like my first couple of days of making my first sale, I
yeah.
had like a $300-$400 day.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I'm like I'm like, oh wow, like this like sales are gonna come no matter what, right? As long
Hmm.
as you know that you're buying the right products.
Yeah.
And because of the mentorship, I knew that basically like I don't want to say knock on wood, I can't fail, but like once you like understand the charts and the data, like you won't fail. Like these products are gonna get
Uh-huh.
bought, and you're not gonna waste your money, and you're gonna get a community. So having that, couple $100 day was a great feeling. The second time was doing my first FBA shipment. So
Hmm.
originally starting FBM, right? And
Yeah.
so then doing FBA, starting that was definitely a little bit of a learning curve, but you gave me all the resources I needed to like
Hmm.
do it within like a day, right? So I'm thinking
Yeah.
about doing FBA because I need more time, and I'm like, all right, and then I'm able to get my shipment out that night,
Hmm.
and then whenever that first item was bought that I had sent FBA, I'm like, holy
Yeah.
cow! Like I just got paid, and I didn't have to pack
Like
this
you see
order
the
out.
vision, you see the long-term vision, like, okay, if I sent like 20, maybe 30 products out there, then, I don't have to be doing anything because Amazon's handling fulfillment, shipping, customer service, literally everything. So you kind of see that long-term vision right now, right?
100%, 100%,
Mm.
and that to me was proof that I can do this anywhere. And like
Yeah.
I'm getting a degree, like still like was on the track, right? Am still on the track to, get a corporate job, whatever in business, finance, whatever you want. But like this can be scaled, and like that's what's exciting, right? So it's really
Yeah.
just how much work you put into it. Like I can tell like if I put a lot of work in, the results will follow. So like it's that
Hmm.
simple.
So kind of tell me, you said it was scalable. Tell me some of the steps that you're kind of actively taking right now that we've talked about to kind of get you to that next level. Because you already hit your first 10K month. Now it's
Right.
what's next for you right now?
For me, what I have in the works is I am, and I don't want to, reveal too much about what I do, right? But, but so just got my second credit card. Um, which was a crazy experience, right? Hadn't applied for a credit card before on my own,
Yeah.
um, and then did it on my own. Um, was insane to receive it in the mail, right? Like
Yeah.
download the app, be able to pay it off in seconds with the app. Like all these like learning curves that you
Yeah.
associate with like adulthood is is
Yes.
is
Yes.
crazy.
A
And
hundred. You want to keep going?
for
Yeah.
yeah, for me to be doing this right now at 22, like, and there's lots of kids that are even starting that are 17, 18, like that's such a good skill to have regardless of if you continue this as your main source of income or not. It's such a good skill to have. So just being uncomfortable,
Uh,
putting myself walking up to the going to the bank and saying I want to apply for a credit card is one of the hardest things to even do in the first place. Like
yeah.
taking that step, literally
Hmm.
just walking in and making yourself uncomfortable, not knowing anything about anything, and just be willing to like be willing to get uncomfortable
So
changes everything, right?
I kind of want to backpack on that statement you said right now. I completely agree with that. You learn so much real life skills from doing Amazon. I'm talking getting credit cards. I'm talking sales when you're reaching out to distributors and wholesalers to open up accounts, sourcing online. You realize that, because when you're starting up online arbitrage, it's a learning curve, right? And there's two choices that you could pick. You could either quit or you could either, push through it. Understand that, it's going to take a tough time. And if it was easy, literally everyone would be doing it, right? You're learning ways to kind of use softwares. You're learning how to use repricers. I mean, you're learning how to hire people. Let's talk about that next. But you're learning how to
Yeah.
hire people with virtual assistants and everything. And I'm just like, the person that I was a year and a half ago before I started Amazon, it's like it's night and day. Like there's just so much skills. There's so many people I met. There's so much confidence I have. So even if let's just say Amazon, which is not gonna happen, let's just say we both quit Amazon, right? In like 6 months or a year, whatever. The skills that we've learned and the experiences that we've had, it's 100% worth it, right? I don't see a lot of people really talking about that, to be honest, too. I don't see a lot of people talking about that.
Dude, I agree. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this realization actually within like my first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a lot of RA, and this means I'm checking out at, you know, tens and tens of different cash registers across
Yeah.
Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is forcing interaction between me and strangers.
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself in the mirror a month in, I'm like, holy cow, like my confidence, willingness to speak to strangers has increased. Not that it was lacking before, but just willingness to put myself out there because
Mm-hmm.
I have a goal and this is what
Yeah.
has to happen for me to want to reach that goal. So it has to get
Mm-hmm.
done at the end of the day. And
Mm-hmm.
just noticing like my comfortableness um with more people, like just new people, like knowing that like it just has to get done because
Mm-hmm.
I want to achieve that sale or that this purchase, blah blah blah. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely sharpening my skills just as like a social person, as a businessman, right? Like I'm getting a business degree. Like this is the best thing I could do for my
What
degree.
what did you learn more about business? The business degree or actually running an Amazon business? Please
Yeah,
tell me.
no,
Please tell
dude.
me.
I mean, listen, I've only been doing this for what, 2 months, right?
Yeah.
And the skills that I'm learning right now, like I could not I mean, this is not, I'm not getting taught how to hire an assistant in class. Are you
Yeah.
joking? I mean, now I might be learning some spreadsheet skills like
Yeah.
Excel and learning marketing and
Mm-hmm.
business management and whatnot, but I'm not actually applying it, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not applying it for my own gain. So, yes, maybe we have an assignment for
Yeah.
me to get what, like an A on an assignment, but nah, I can actually get money in my pocket. Like that's so much more incentivizing than an A on an assignment. So like you can't be it can't be taught better, bro.
And for me, just starting this business, like this is, we're not even talking like anything else. Just starting this business, it's giving me something to look forward to every single day. Like I look at my peers and everybody, like I wouldn't be excited to wake up every single day if I'm going out to make somebody else rich, going to make, going to build somebody else's dreams, make them passive income, right? And this is the end goal, right? Even if like even if I was like working at like a Safeway or anything like that, like I'm making, let's just say $15 an hour, right? And it's not growing. If I decide to go into work and I'm like, I'm gonna give it my all today, I'm still making $15 an hour. If I decide to go into work and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm gonna hide in the bathroom and use my phone, right? I'm still getting paid $15 an hour, right? So this held you accountable. This holds you accountable that you need to literally put inputs in every single day, or else your business is not gonna grow, right? And you probably realize that, days when you're goofing off, you're with the family, you're chilling though, you're chilling, sales probably go down, right? So really understanding that showing up every single day, the highest leverage thing you could be doing. But the next question I want to get into is what are kind of some of the issues that you face when you're first starting out?
Um, I would say honestly, bro, as a college student at my age right now, some of the
Mm,
biggest issues are like taking yourself away from your social environment and actually
yeah.
putting the work in. Like honestly, bro, like I'm a big believer in like anybody can do anything.
Yeah.
So if
100%.
like it's just difficult to remove yourself from your friends and grind. And so like
Yeah.
now now, it'd be different if I had a group of friends that were kind of like-minded, right? That were
Hmm.
like, let's all do this together. And I don't, which is fine. But that means I have to remove myself if I actually want to learn and put in the effort and
Hmm.
time to like actually become successful. Like you can't really become, those 40K, 50K months, even more, right? If you're not a master at this business. Like that's
Hmm.
you just have to master a skill to
Hmm.
be the so those people you idol like those people that we idolize on social media, they've mastered a skill, right?
It's obsession. You have to be obsessed, literally.
Have
You
to
got to
be
wake up
obsessed.
every
So
single day, live. I remember when I was first starting out, like in the gym, instead of listening to music, I would listen to like those podcasts, like those business podcasts. Like I was obsessed because
yeah.
I wanted to kind of like break in. I kind of wanted to prove myself, and I would literally I would think, breathe Amazon. I would have dreams about Amazon. Like it was so serious. I don't have dreams
Mhm.
about Amazon anymore, but it was like I was really all in, invested every single day. It was like, how can I get better? And I was like, everything was self-improvement. Everything was just kind of inputs in, inputs in. Okay, if I go to the gym every single day, if I do my homework, that's increasing my discipline. That discipline is gonna carry over to business. Like that's all I was thinking, right? So I 100% agree, right? It's gonna be tough at the start, but you're gonna have to face options, right? It's like, okay, I could go hang out with my friends right now. They're probably not gonna do anything, or I could spend 2 hours, putting in inputs in for my business, right? And that stuff's gonna compound. That's why I made two nice profits, right? Just having a group of like-minded people around, having the calls, having the VC. That's why I try to hop in VC, because VC is like you're sourcing with the group, right? It's not, maybe you're not even sourcing the same products, but it's just like having someone there that's doing the same thing. It just helps, right? It just helps literally, and then maybe you go through something, right? You're just in the VC. Have y'all ever seen an ASIN like this? Let me send the ASIN. I felt that to be beneficial. That is my most enjoyable time when I'm sourcing, right? Just sourcing with other people, other like-minded people that are hungry and that want to grow, right? So pretty much.
Definitely.
hmm So another question I have for you is, how has selling on Amazon just expected your kind of financial goals and life in general?
Well, for me, it's nice to, I'm in class, right? I get a notification on my phone this one of my items is bought. Right now,
Uh-huh.
that feeling is crazy. Now, when it's FBM, I'm thinking, well, damn, I gotta go put in some work when I get home, right? I got
Yeah.
10 orders. I gotta go spend some time when I get home,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But it's different. Like financially, I put everything's getting reinvested. I don't see the goal. I don't see the point in making this a short term monetary gain for me. I see that this
100%.
becomes whether it's like my main hustle or a side hustle, it needs to become, you know, a a solid amount of money coming in every month, and it needs to become more passive, which will happen once I scale, have assistants, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my goal. So like it's not gonna everything's gonna get reinvested until then. Every deposit that Amazon puts into my account, I'm spending on products. Everything.
100%. I really love that kind of like model you have right. You're not putting too much pressure on yourself, like I'm gonna make this my full-time income or I'm gonna quit my job or I'm gonna drop out. Nothing like that, right? I see a lot of people on the internet, they say like, especially to the viewers right now, a lot of people on
Yeah.
the internet, they say like, oh, you gotta drop out, you gotta take that risk. But I mean, right, you're in school, right? You're in your last year senior, you're senior, right? You're probably gonna have a job lined up, right? Just having Amazon is kind of like something that you're growing every single month. It isn't right now, but the next couple of months, the steps that we're taking together to help you scale, right? That could give you the kind of the freedom to like you go to the 95, you're like, I don't really like this. I'm just gonna go all in on Amazon. I know if I spend 8 hours on Amazon, I can make more and I can have more freedom. Right? That's just another option, right? As humans, we want options. Okay, this doesn't work out, I'm gonna do this, right? You never wanna just one thing, and then you have no freedom, no nothing, right? So like a lot of people don't have that kind of luxury. Like a lot of people are going to go into their jobs, in the fall, and they're going to be like, "Damn, I really hate this. I really hate this." And you just having that option, I think it's going to benefit you a lot, right? Because you're just going to have that kind of confidence. It's like, okay, I really don't like this job. I'm just going to go all in, right? So, last another question that we have is, what advice would you give to someone, just starting out on Amazon?
Um, I would say um basically just learn something every day. So for me, like I know that some days like it can be really hard to spend hours sourcing
Hmm.
online, RA, whatever it is, like it can be difficult, like just really tough. But if I'm not getting those hours in, then I'm learning something else. So I'm watching YouTube videos. Um, I don't know, just looking up different because like we have a lot of resources in our Discord, right? So if I'm not, doing sourcing specifically, something I have to learn something else.
Uh-huh.
I need to become better in something else no matter what. So it's going to be more
100%.
YouTube videos. It's going to be can I reprice some things on my storefront? Like anything that it is, it has to be just growing, getting
Hmm.
more knowledge, and watch more videos about wholesale, whatever it is. And I'm not even close to that, right? But at
Yeah.
least I'm making myself aware of what it is for when the time comes, I'll be ready.
Mhm. What are some of kind of like the resources that you were kind of talking about that have really helped you scaled? And you were like, man, if I didn't really have this, I'd be struggling a lot.
Um, I would say that one of the biggest things that I've used and noticed is just honestly our the tickets, right, in the group chat or in the
Yeah.
Discord that we are able to connect with you.
Hmm.
Luckily you're a great guy, so I have your phone number and we can just text, which is
Yeah.
lit. But
Yeah.
like being able to speak with you one on one where you can give us quick advice, I think
Yeah.
that's the best thing out of all of it, right?
Hmm.
Just a quick yes or no answer that it
Yeah.
saves you from learning yourself, which is a really it's a
100%.
good thing to do, but like it saves time, right? And that's the point of this
Time is
investment and the
money.
mentorship.
Time is money, right? And
100%.
really just sending keep a charts, literally ASINs, literally everything, right? And I'm just saying, it's like, I always tell the mentees, I'm like, if you have a question, I can't read your mind, right? You have to reach out. And I always tell people, and these onboarding calls and the new people that come on, I'm like, I show your ticket, I show Kara's ticket, I show the people that are crushing it right now. They're asking the most questions in the ticket. They're communicating with me the most. They're getting the most value out of me. But the people that don't end up doing that well, it's just, I speak to them every like what week and a half, they reach out, and I'm like, sure, I'll help you, but I need this every single day. We need to be taking steps every single day. And that's one thing I emphasize. You probably see my stories. You probably see I emphasize this every single day. 1% better. You got to get 1% better towards your goal every single day. And that stuff is just going to compound, right?
Definitely, definitely. I would say that's another piece of advice, bro. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. I think
Mm.
that at first I'm like, oh, is this question dumb? Is he even
No,
gonna reach out back to me? Whatever.
no,
Bro,
no.
it's not that. Like I'm pretty skeptical of people online in general, right? There's a lot of scams, there's a lot of like you don't know like if
Yeah,
anybody's just real, like right? Because this is an online presence. You have no idea if that
yeah.
person is genuine or not. But this is definitely a genuine experience. And so
Mm.
reaching out, like not being afraid, like to ask is huge because that's a big barrier for some people and definitely has
Yeah,
been for me, like in my past. Like,
yeah,
oh, like do I sound dumb? Do I look stupid? Blah blah blah. Bro, you have
yeah.
to ask to learn.
I kind of get worried when I don't get a lot of questions at the start because I'm like, the learning curve is kind of tough getting started. So if you're not asking questions, that means you're not trying hard enough, right? So I'm
Definitely.
they're like, I'm sorry for spamming your phone. I'm like, you should be spamming my phone. It's an issue if you're not spamming my phone, right?
Yeah.
So last questions. What are some plans for the future? No, no, two more questions. What are your, kind of 3 month plans for the future to kind of scale your Amazon business?
So for me, summer's coming up, right? After I graduate at the end of April, beginning of May. Um, this is when I'm usually an internship guy. In the summers, I get internships for my resume, always been preparing for my career. However, this summer, this is my internship. Like
Yes,
this is it.
sir.
So this is my like it's not a 9 to 5, bro. It's 24/7. Like I 100% believe that. And I wake up and it's gonna be Amazon, like whatever it is. Like if I'm not traveling, like several hours a day for RA sourcing, then I'm going to be meeting with my VA that I'll have at that point, seeing what we can do there, like
Hmm.
figuring like, and I mean, I can't imagine what I can do with unlimited time, right? Right now I have class, I have athletic obligations that
That's
I
about
have
to
to
get
meet.
scary.
100%, bro. I have athletic obligations I have to meet because I'm an athlete, like for a school, collegiate athlete. So like when those go away, like I can't imagine what I can be capable of, right? And so
Hmm.
those are my plans. Like I don't want to get too much into it, but like just the freedom of time will unleash, me to focus on this 24/7, and I'm very excited for it.
Yes, sir. Last question. If you were to, if you were to the viewer watching right now, he's really interested in Amazon. He wants to kind of invest into extra help. What would you kind of tell him to someone that's, he's half in, half out? He wants to make the decision, but he has a little bit of fear. What would you tell him to kind of take that jump?
I would say what some of the one of the best pieces of advice that one of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten is that you want to have as many revenue streams as possible, right? So
Mm,
it doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything. It really doesn't matter. But I think that you need to take steps if you have the capital, if you want to take the risk. Even if you don't
mm,
have the capital, there are ways around that, like no matter what.
100%.
But like if you have the free time to scroll and you have the free time to watch TV shows, bro, then you have the
Yep.
free time to make your life better in the future. Like this is what this is about. For me, it's about making my life better when I'm 28, when I'm 32. Like
Mm,
I'm gonna put the work in now because when my dad sends me struggle now, you'll be rewarded in the future. Like I
mm,
believe that 100%. And I've been lucky
100%.
enough to have that be taught to me. Not everybody is, but if you
Yeah.
struggle now, you will 100% benefit from it in the future, and you will be more relaxed at 30 than you were at 24. But you're going to be so thankful that are relaxed at 30 instead of working a shit job, feeling stressed, worrying about taking care of kids, a wife
Mm,
potentially, but you can still grind now and you're not going to miss out on fun, bro. You can have fun at 28, bro.
you
Like,
could,
like
yeah.
I can't imagine if I'm grinding for the next 5 years, like I
You're gonna
don't
be able to
even
do whatever
know,
you, it's scary.
like
Like you're gonna be able to do whatever you want whenever you want. Like, literally
you can
having that
manifest this
freedom.
shit.
A
It's
hundred
so
percent.
real. It's so real. Like knowing something's going to happen in the future because I know that my work ethic is going to put me there. Like it's an unbelievable feeling.
That is a mindset that I preach to literally everyone, and I already know you're absolutely about to quit. Just having that belief system, literally just believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, literally, and you're willing to show up every single day and put in the inputs, it's impossible not to get a big chunk of your goal. Literally, imagine like
100%.
that's exactly. I feel the exact same way. It's literally scary what we're gonna be doing in 5 years if we stay consistent every single day. It's gonna be
Bro, this is
scary.
it.
Like
I
it's
mean,
gonna be
e-commerce
scary.
is it. This
Yeah,
is it,
like
dude. Like I don't see like I don't see how not working hard and showing up like it can be difficult, right? Like some people can be a lot of talk
yeah.
and not a lot of effort, right? So like
Hmm.
some people might know exactly what I'm saying, they can preach it, whatever, and then at the end of the day, they're not actually putting in the work.
Hmm.
And at least they know, right? But it's really about taking steps. Like it just has to be imperfect action, right? That's something
Hmm.
that you preach, right? In some of your original YouTube videos, it's
Hmm.
take imperfect action because at least you're taking action instead of not
Yeah.
doing anything at all. At least you're going to learn from failing, and that's the best thing you can do from failure is just learn.
Guys, nobody had it all figured out. Like nobody had it all figured out at the start. All we did
Nah,
just we took imperfect action. We didn't wait for there's no such thing as a perfect opportunity, right? There's no
no
such
such
thing.
thing.
The perfect opportunity is when you wake up and understand that no one's coming to save you and that you just have to show up right now, take steps and take that jump, right? That's something I preach every single day to my brothers, my friends, True Nice Prophets, mentees, literally everyone. I hope if you were to take one piece of this whole interview from this video, take this, take what Ethan said. I promise you it's going to take you a long way. But Ethan, thank you so much for hopping on. Big things coming in the future. It's summer. It is about to get scary. It is about to get scary. We're
About
going
to
to
get
get you that
scary, bro.
virtual assistant's going to be hired, 30K
100%.
months, 30K months on the way. Appreciate you so much, Ethan, and I'll see you.
Of course, brother. I appreciate it. Y'all have a
Yes,
good one.
sir. See you, brother.